I
Oh
want to talk
boy.
about Willander. I told you how much I've been watching Tom Willander. You're texting me all the time. We'll write this article about Mark Gatcomb signing a contract. I said, no, you handle that. I'm busy watching prospects. So I got 2.5 minutes of video. I'd just love to run this in the background if you could, Alex, or whatever. Alex has got all these configurations of the screen here. Get this video running here of Tom Willander. Quads, ask me any question about Tom Willander. I watched 25 games in the last 48 hours.
Rank him with Reinbacher and Sandin Pellikka in your top 15 or 20, where you think they're going to actually go, not where you think he should go.
Okay, so if I was to mock a spot for Willander, I think he goes around 14, 15 in this draft, because it'll be interesting. If somebody really believes in Sandin Pellikka, I could see the 3 right shot defensemen going in the top 14, really, top 13, really, with these guys. And Willander, there's a lot to like about his skating. Obviously, that's the thing that gets talked about a lot. He's an incredible skater, and the thing that you see in his skating is he's able to look so good when it comes to that skating, because I feel like there's almost, and I think the right word to use here is, this kid's got some swagger, okay? He's got the swagger that he can move around guys in this league. He's faster than everyone. He's got a better shot than a lot of the guys in this league. He can defend well, but I think there's a swagger about how he understands that, like, he's thinking the game better. Like, he's thinking the game better about how to find space, whether that be in the defensive zone. You can see it on some of these clips that are running right now if you're watching on YouTube or coming back to watch this clip later. He does a really good job of attacking with pace. So every time he's picking up the puck at the point, you can see that he's creating movement for himself to be going towards the net, which is huge. And he doesn't have like a bomb of a slap shot yet, but you could see right there, as we just saw on YouTube, a little snapshot to beat a goaltender. He's doing a lot of this in the J20 league. He didn't play in the SHL at all this season. People will go on the elite prospects, but yeah, he played 2 games. He didn't have a shift in either of those 2 games. The thing that drives me the most nuts is when people try and correct me on these things. No, you played 2 games. He didn't have a shift. He just geared up for 2 of the games for Rugla. But he was in the J20 league most of the year this year. And I tell you, there's a lot to like offensively about this guy, but I think the best part is just he's got that well-rounded thing in his game that it's just so, like, Axel Sandin Pellikka does not. Okay, David Reinbacher I really think does. I also like that Reinbacher was challenged a little bit harder, because I think that this J20 league that we're seeing him play in, that Willander's playing in, it's much lower than the Swiss Pro League. And I think that's why I have Reinbacher higher. But I do think there's a lot to like with Willander. He kind of projects to being a guy who can bring offense, but also be a puck mover on a top pairing. So that's good. He kills penalties. He's playing 30 minutes a night in that J20 league, so they're playing the wheels off of him. So I think all in all, you really liked where this kid's going to take a step, end up moving up to the SHL next season with Rugla, who is a team that's done a very good job developing right shot defensemen. You can look at Mo Seider. There's a lot of Mo Seider connections to the top right shot defenseman in this coming draft. But from everything that I've seen with Willander, I'm going to write a very long article coming up here at Canucks Army. Quad is going to be so long, you're not even going to be able to edit it, because you're going to see 2,500 words. You're not going to know what to do with that. But I just think that everything that Willander has done this season, and specifically of late, he looked really good in the U18s as well. But a lot of really good things offensively they did these junior leagues. But you can just see that he's got so much confidence in his own game when it comes to the things away from offense that you're like, oh, okay, like he's got it figured out, that he's too good for that league. That's the difference that I see from Willander and Axel Sandin Pellikka. ASP just takes advantage of being better than everyone in that league and not really well rounding out his game. So he's like a very good offensive player. He's really good offensively in this league. But he does things that you're like, you can't do that at the next level. You can't do that at the next level. You can't be the guy forechecking first on a lot of these rushes. Like, ASP needs to figure that out, and I'm sure he will start to figure it out when he's in the SHL next year, of like, oh, okay, like I can't get away with these things anymore. It just seems like Willander is so confident in his game that he knows he's going to have to work on the parts that he's not exactly thriving in right now, but he's looking good enough at them at the J20 league that he's able to build on the base level that he has. So I think that I got Willander above ASP for sure. So I was a little shocked. We talked about on Tuesday's show, seeing Craig Button's list having ASP at 5. I've got Willander in the top 15 for sure.
Yeah, look, we say it on every show, and I don't want to just sound like a broken record, but the breakdown of where these guys actually go is going to be really interesting. I'm not just talking about the right defenseman, Chris. It's just, there seems to be so much disagreement with this draft class outside of the top, hell, even 3 now. And I'm not including Michkov in that top 3. Nobody knows where Michkov is going to go at this point, right? So look, there's a lot of disagreement, and this is going to be one of the more interesting drafts, I think, in recent memory that I can remember. Like, I think you're going to see a few picks where in the past it was, whoa, Moritz Seider, whoa, Barrett Hayton, those guys move up some spots. I think there's going to be a few of those in the top 10 for sure. I think we're going to see at least two. There's usually one. I think we're going to see at least two this year. And in the top 20, who knows? I think we're going to see close to 3, 4, maybe even 5 of those picks where, oh, wow, I didn't think he'd go in the top 20. And there he goes. So I don't know. We'll see.